This is an interview, by the way. I'm gonna need you to ask some questions. This meet, I ran the 60 meter and I ran the 200 meter and I ran the 4x2. Going in, I had really high expectations of myself, as always. I didn't meet them, but it's okay because this is kind of just indoors. Not saying that indoors isn't important, but it is just kind of a progress check to see where I am with my training. I basically ran the exact same times I ran this time last year, which means I haven't lost anything. I just need to make sure that I execute my race pattern correctly. I think I did pretty poorly, personally. I think over the last couple weeks, I had pretty low motivation, but I think I have learned exactly what I did wrong. I know what I have to fix, basically. So hopefully I can put all of my race together from my start to my transition to my top end, and hopefully I can make all that translate to outdoors. The main goal, right? I think my highlight was probably meeting Trevor Bassett, a really cool guy. I definitely yapped his ear off, but just meeting people that aren't necessarily in the Masters, but being able to see other people actually support us and where we are in the sport. I know that there were some actual other Olympians that are currently Masters that were able to run, which is really cool to see. And it was also nice to meet a bunch of the guys that I've kind of just grown to see over the last couple of years. And yeah, I can call these guys not only my competitors, but friends at this point. I think my next track meet and my target will be just current improvement. I think, like I may have mentioned, my motivation was kind of down for the past couple of weeks. With track and field, just like with any other sport I could have guessed, you kind of get to a point where it almost seems like you're doing the same thing and it gets redundant and you just kind of lose motivation. And although I do love the sport, I mean, I started it back in 2007 and I've seen the sport since literally I was born, with both my parents being track athletes. It can kind of be hard to kind of just keep that motivation going. I think this was a good breaking point from all of my training to kind of get me geared to go on to the next thing and have a goal in mind. Like I said, I'm going to perfect my race model and get better at it. I was able to see where my weaknesses are and to know exactly what I need to do to get better from this point. I think for a relay specifically, it's not just about you. Granted, everything in track and field kind of relies on a single person and all of their talents and all of their abilities going into a specific set duration, whether that's timing or distance. But with a relay, it's not just you, it's 3 other people, and that's getting your handoffs right, that's just having a good chemistry and getting all of your races together so that way everything transitions very smoothly. And so I'm happy that we set another American record. We did it last year and this year we did it as well, and I'm hoping that next year we can do it again and I'll be stronger, I'll be faster, and we'll be able to put it all together. Ooh, good question. My next race, I think, just might be classified. Just kidding. It might be in McNeese State, the same university where my parents went and my hometown. So hopefully March 15th, they'll see us. So about this weekend, how will I celebrate? I will celebrate by giving my wife the biggest, sweatiest hug of the season.